There is a lot of discussion online about the term Wasian and how it's problematically and inextricably linked to whiteness. I think a lot of the articles have really valid points, are written by some of my good friends, and I'll link them in the description below. I think when talking about anything in regards to race, there is a certain amount of nuance and sensitivity and consideration of subjectivity and context that matters, and none of these things have static or binary answers. I think the first thing people have to consider is the relationship of oppressor to oppressed intra-title. There's a word in Vietnamese called Nguyen-duy, which basically means dust child or of nothing. It refers to white and Vietnamese children born after 1975 and how they mean nothing to both cultures. I got it tattooed on me because it was used to disparage my existence, and I find it empowering to use myself. We can all agree that Asian people are racist to white people in a certain way and vice versa, and a lot of the way I found that white and Asian kids survive that is by performing self-hatred and cultural self-mutilation, i.e. making fun of your white family members with Asian family and vice versa. The problem is when a group is subjected to hatred on a grand scale and they internalize it, there's usually an equal uptick in the other direction that's opposite, i.e. the LGBTQI+ community, Black community. The problem is when the champion of self is linked to the champion of oppressor, how do you get around that? I think a lot of people recommend saying mixed Asian or Hafu or Hapa, Eurasian or Amerasian. I think that's wrong on a semantic level. I'm not mixed Asian because I'm not comprised of two different Asian ethnicities. I'm not Hapa, I'm not from Hawaii, I don't know what Hafu means. Eurasian and Amerasian both connote nationality and not ethnicity. I think this is where context matters. To say Wasian pride or to say Wasian power or to say Wasians are beautiful are phrases that I think are all emblematic of white supremacy. But to say I am Wasian or to have a gathering of people who have experienced a similarly painful and culturally dissonant past to recognize each other, as long as that gathering is inclusive, is completely justified. Lastly, I think that self-reference is an autonomous matter. If how someone elects to label themselves makes you uncomfortable, I think you have to look deeper into the machinations of that discomfort, because the underlying causes might be more nuanced and multifactorial than you initially perceive them to be. So it's obviously an issue that I'm not the authority on, but curious to hear you guys' thoughts below.